Good morning, everyone. I am Bea Angelica Nilo from BS Ed English 2C, and I'm going to discuss the meaning of motivation, types of motivation, and its importance in when it comes to learning. So, what is motivation? Motivation is an inner drive that causes you to do something and persevere at something. Motivation is an inner drive that energizes you to do something. It is the strength of the drive towards in action. While ability refers to what children can do, motivation refers to what these children will do. Motivation refers to the initiation, direction, intensity, and persistence of behavior. So, when we get motivated to do something, it is not enough that we start working at that thing and we get attracted toward that thing. Our attraction toward that thing becomes so intense that we persist working on that same thing through thick and thin. So, how do we know, or what is the indicators of high level of motivation? So your student's level of motivation is shown his or her choice of action, intensity, and persistence of effort. If you have a highly motivated student, you have a student who is excited about learning and accomplishing things. So she or he takes the initiative to undertake learning tasks and assignments and projects. So, without being pushed by his or her teachers and parents, she or he has goals to accomplish and dreams to realize. She or he is convinced that accomplishing the things he or she is asked to accomplish in class helps her or him realize the goals she or he has set for herself or himself and his or her their dream in life. She is willing to your student is has high level of motivation if he or she is willing to give up the satisfaction of immediate goals for the sake of um, more important remote goals. An example is he or she is willing to give up is joining his or her barkada or to watch a movie in order to prepare thoroughly for final examination. So that is an example of giving up of some immediate goals for more important goals. A student who is highly motivated to learn enjoys learning and learns much more than one who is not motivated. She or he persists and perseveres his studies even when things gets to be difficult. So she or he does not give up easily, and as a result, his or her performance will be satisfactory. In contrast, a student who is not motivated to learn will be or does not enjoy learning will also does not study unless pushed when she or he feels the difficulty of study. So she will readily gives up and she lacks perseverance. So that kind of students is less motivated. So what are the types of motivation? There are two types of motivation, which is the intrinsic and extrinsic. So it is intrinsic when the source of motivation is from within the person himself or herself or from the activity itself. An example is when a student reads pocket books because he or she wants to read pocket books, or because reading pocket books in itself is enjoyable. So motivation is extrinsic when that which motivates a person is someone or something outside him or her. When a student example of this is when a student studies become he was told by her or his teacher, or because she is afraid to fail and make her parents proud, or she does not want to make her parents make him stop schooling. We can say that she or he is intrinsically motivated. What type of motivation is more beneficial? So the more beneficial type of motivation is intrinsic. Why? Because intrinsic motivation comes from within the person himself or herself. If that which motivates a person is something or someone outside, the moment that person or that something is gone, the person's motivation is also gone. Intrinsic motivation is evident when people engage in an activity for its own sake, without some obvious external factors or external incentive present. Reading for no reason other than the joy of reading illustrates intrinsic motivation. And that's all for my topic. Motivation is Motivation is that force that energizes a learner to do what she or he is expected to do. It is activation to action. A learner's level of motivation is reflected in his choice of action and in the intensity and persistence of her effort. And there are two types of motivation, the intrinsic and extrinsic. And the more beneficial type of motivation is intrinsic. And that's all. Thank you.